Okay, so let's go ahead and do a little cleanup and also make it so that if you're not logged in, all you can see is the login page. So let's start with that. So I'm going to go back to my main web UI, and there's a special method on the app object called before request, and you use it like route, except that it gets run before it executes any of the routes. And also, I noticed so like when I do the redirect for homepage, the URL it ends up generating is actually this index.php. So let me go here and I'm going to log out, and it redirects to the home, actually redirects to log in, but um, yeah, let me log in. And that redirects me to the home page, but the URL it uses is index.php, and that's just because that was the last route before the endpoint. So I don't really like that it says PHP because this isn't PHP, so I'm going to make this one be the bottom one, and then we're going to try it again, and that should be a nicer URL for the home page. So let me go log out and then log back in. Great, and so this is a better URL for that. So now for these two buttons, let me put the styling in the CSS file. So my login.html, I'm actually, it's actually default.html. So I'm going to grab this style here, and instead I'm going to say class equals top button. And then this is also top button. And maybe I want that to be lower camel case. So let's look at our static music box CSS. Nope, top button should be fine. So top button, I'm going to have padding 1em, float right, and then I'm also going to change the color. So color is going to be white, and then background is going to be dark gray. Not sure that's right, but we're going to find out in a sec. So let me go ahead and reload this. Okay, and then I need a little bit more spacing between them. So that's going to be margin. And then let's make that like 0.2 em. So just a little bit, a fifth of a character. All right. Is that dark gray enough? I'm not going to worry about it. I am going to make the font a little bolder, and I'm going to reduce the padding to, let's do 0.5 em, and then font weight bold. And I spend an endless amount of time trying to make things look better, and it never really pans out. So I'm just going to leave it here. So now, if you're logged in, I want to show this. And if you're logged out, I'm just going to have a link to the login button. So that's going to be in the default as well. And so Jinja has an if directive. So if user in session, then I'm going to have this. And if. And then there may be an else, but I'm just going to do this for now. If user not in session, I'm just going to have a login button. Actually, I probably don't need anything if they're not logged in because I'm going to force them to look at the login page. So we'll just do that. Yeah, okay, so it'll be nothing if they're not logged in. All right, so we're going to reload. Still shows the same thing. I'm going to log out, no button, and I'm going to log back in. Okay, and then that should be on all the pages. All right, so now we're going to use request before in order to force them to look at the login page until they log in. So before my main route, I'm going to do static method app.request before request. And actually, let me look this one up again for a sec. Here. It should be at before request. Yeah, I just need to do the redirect. @at before request. Then I'm going to have def before request. So if user not in session, then I'm not logged in. And so if request.path not in CLS dot actually web UI dot allowed paths, then return redirect URL for login. So I need redirect URL and allowed paths. So redirect URL for, and then allowed paths I'm going to put right here. So allowed paths is going to be everything I want to let them see if they're not logged in. And so the main thing is going to be slash, and then also the CSS. And I think that's actually it right now. I could let them, well, they're not logged in, so I don't really need anything else here. I don't need slash, I need login. That's actually the one I need. And then I don't think this is loading anything right now, but if it had any JavaScript or any pictures or anything, I would include that. So let's go ahead and try it. So I have an error here. Not quite sure why it thinks it wants wants parentheses there. Okay, let's try it now. All right, so I'm logged in, so I can access these pages, and then I log out, and it takes me to the home page. And if I go back and reload, it redirects me to the login page. So if I click on any of these things, I get redirected to the login page. So it's still cached, so I can return to it. But if I try going anywhere but the login page, it takes me to the login page. So that's pretty much what I want. And then if I log in, oh, that didn't work. Oh, do log in. I need do log in as well. So let me put that on the allowed list. Or else it won't let me actually log in. Okay. So I'm going to log in. And now I'm in, and I can access anything. And now I'm going to log out. And if I try clicking on anything, I can't see it. All right, so the only other thing I want is this link color. And this needs to be darker, so here I'm just when I start messing with the look of stuff, it always turns into a huge waste of time. But let's do so let's do like 3 3 3 3 3 3. Actually, the color is white, but the background is 3 3 3 3 3 3. Okay, well that's a little too dark, and then I also need to adjust the anchor styling. So maybe we'll do 6 6 6 6 6 6, and then dot top button anchor. Style anchor text color. And I also want to remove the underline. So let's look at this one. I'm just going to make it white all the time. And then text decoration to get rid of it, the underline. And then let's take a look if that made any difference at all. Okay. And then that looks fine. And I don't like that font particularly. I mean, I think a sans serif font would look better. So let me just do top button font family. Let's do font family sans serif. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Okay, that looks better. I mean, it's not good, but I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. So if you're logged in, you can visit anything, and if you're logged out, then you have to log in.